Hi Aries, this is Shah with Ariana Stock with your forecast for July 2025. I will use the Ideal Tarot amongst other decks for your reading this month. For a personalized reading as well as for deck purchase, feel free to reach us at the email address given below. Now let's just understand what the energies are going to be this month. From the Ideal Tarot, I do have the card Queen of Swords. So straight away I'm picking up that you're going to have a very professional as well as business-like attitude. Maybe you could be a bit detached in personal relationships. You want to keep to your own self because your priorities lie in getting things done. I think you're someone who is not going to brook any nonsense. You're going to use your eyes or your verbal expressions to good effect. Clients could also reschedule meetings. I think payment or dues will also come in. Basically, you're someone who is going to set boundaries. Technical or gadget issues could also bother some Aries this month. Primarily, you're going to be someone who is going to overcome the issues that leave you rattled. You're also going to be dealing with the air signs, which is Aquarius, Libra, as well as Gemini this July. The final days of June stepping into July, I do have the Seven of Wands. Possibly in those final days there were surprises in store for you. You also needed to be mindful of the fact that your schedule may have been disrupted. Maybe others wanted you to give in to what they desired. Sometimes, clients could haggle for your services, and this was exactly the case, but you also needed to be firm while dealing with them. I think you also needed to avoid being pushy with clients because this could have led to your undoing. Maybe deals would have fallen flat for being too aggressive when it came to patrons. You wanted them to ink those deals quickly, but then you needed to be patient with them. Maybe you were also a bit hassled because there was uncertainty whether colleagues or staff would turn up. That is why you wanted to get up early or you had worked late into the night to complete tasks. The Aries at this time, you also needed to seek divine intervention. You also needed to assist creatures great and small. Maybe you were altruistic or kindly disposed towards them. The universe always rewards kindness in one way or another. Communication had also increased. Maybe people from far off places wanted to get acquainted with you, but you needed to draw the line with respect to certain relationships. Obstacles to overcome this month or the challenges, I do have the Death card. Now this talks about changes. Maybe you will have to settle for less because this is in the obstacle position. I think you need to embrace the changes because sometimes we can be very fastidious and this could also affect our prospects. You also need to show urgency because tasks may have to be done right away. I think you need to push the envelope if you want to be satisfied with your output. Maybe you will also seek a timely intervention from the management or from your superior because there are going to be certain colleagues who are going to resort to double standards or they could upset your plans. I think you also need to give freedom to your juniors in case you're in the leadership position, but then with that Queen of Swords, you're going to be someone who's going to expect them not to be tardy. Influences for this month, I do have the Ace of Swords. This is again from the Suit of Swords. You're going to be very determined. You're going to be someone who is very resolved. You will also benefit on account of your contacts or your acquaintances. Perhaps you can reach out to them in the hope that they will assist you when you have a problem at hand. I think you won't be disappointed. I think you can expect them to be benevolent towards you. Your schedule could also be disrupted. Time could also be at a premium, but then your high energy levels will allow you to cut through those obstacles. It is basically your quick thinking, your smart moves which are going to hold you in good stead. Deals could also be finalized and you will be paid pronto. Aries, I think you also need to maintain your poise, as annoyance or irritability can have a bearing on your health. The first 10 days of July is the Queen of Wands. I think with two queens in your reading, you can expect betrayal. Maybe some people are going to let you down, and in the first 10 days, you can expect such a situation. I think you should tap into your contacts, your friends, to bail you out when you find those roadblocks or last minute interruptions. With this Wands energy, you're also going to be very creative. You're also going to be in situations which can be unnerving. You could get exasperated quickly, but you're also someone who is going to put people in their place. At times you can give them the silent treatment with that Queen of Swords, or at times you can put them in their place by giving them a sound lashing. Your family is also going to be very demanding at this time. They expect you to run errands. I think you should oblige them, otherwise you could end up feeling guilty. They could accuse you of being reluctant to be of help. They could accuse you of being self-centered. Seek divine intervention. I think you can complete tasks even if there are impediments in the path. You are going to be able to come good. Last minute change is going to be there because of a whimsical person. But you also need to review tasks. You should remove the errors. Maybe you should also oversee tasks done by your juniors. At this time, Aries, you can also get opportunities or openings on account of the goodwill that you have earned in the past. The next 10 days, that is 11 to 20th July, is the Knight of Swords. Now this knight is someone who is going to be proactive, even if there are situations which can be testing. I think you're going to do your very best to get out of those situations by adapting, by making adjustments. You're also going to be in an adventurous frame of mind. Being flexible will guarantee you progress. It makes things easier for you. By and large, Aries, at this time, you have to be ready for the unforeseen eventualities. You have to attend to whatever comes up, because the need of the hour is to prioritize. Things will certainly go according to plan as you organize your day. In essence, I think you're willing to go the extra mile to make some gains. Maybe there is someone who is ambiguous. Maybe the boss doesn't have concrete plans. That is also going to leave you hassled. Technical issues could also arise. Maybe you're also going to network, call up prospective clients. Those of you who are in the leadership position, I think you're not going to put up with sluggish workers. You are someone who is going to delegate responsibility, and you expect those tasks to be done right away. Maybe you can also expect an appraisal by the management, so this could also leave you stressed out, but then you needn't worry too much. Even if the administrator or even if your superior is trying to prod clients and patrons to speak up, I think you should ignore such issues. Even if you feel humiliated on account of lack of trust or mistrust in a relationship, I think you're going to stand tall. You're going to prove a point without saying much. For some of you, I'm also picking up that financial independence is something which could be uppermost on your mind. You don't want to rely on your loved ones for financial assistance or stability. Incidentally, the final days of the month, I do have the Fool card, which is talking about journey, and another card which flipped in your reading is the Five of Pentacles, which again talks about the need for you to look closely at your financial affairs. Some of you could also be investing. Maybe you're going to plan a journey, or talks could revolve around a journey. That is why booking airline tickets or booking transportation could also mean that you're going to be on a spending spree. You have to network. You have to find a way to overcome the flaws in the work. Maybe someone is going to point fingers at you, so you need to be prepared. I think you should brush up your skills. I think you should pull up your socks before anyone can point fingers at you. I think you should be prepared and be efficient. With the Five of Pentacles also, it is imperative for you to let go of what is not yours, because sometimes holding on to something which isn't ours could also mean necessary stress. You should also be transparent, as your misdeeds could come out in the open. I think a question of ethics or a question of principles could also arise at this time. Maybe you are going to wriggle yourself out of such situations, but then this could also be an eye-opener for you. Maybe others around you are also reluctant when it comes to taking charge, so the onus is going to be on you. You do get an opportunity to work things out. In case your contract is up for renewal, then this is the best time to get that renewal done. These days you can expect the deal to materialize. The Lily card, you're also, like I said, going to be someone who needs to be principled this month, because people could raise eyebrows. They could question the way you have handled your finances or stuff like that. Maybe you're also dealing with a mature woman in your life. With respect to your love life, I do have the card Soul Whispers, Endearment. This could be true for those of you who are in a relationship. Maybe you could be connected with your person in the 5D plane. With the Queen of Wands, your personal magnetism is also going to make you turn heads. I think even married members of the opposite sex could be interested in you. In case you want to reconnect with someone whom you have a corner for, then this is the best month to do so. I'm afraid to take that next step right now. Maybe you want the relationship to ascend to a higher level of commitment, but one of you could be in two minds. Maybe there's that fear of commitment which is holding one of you back. With the Knight of Swords, also someone from your past could re-enter. I also believe that there could be a choice in love. This could also be someone who is connected to your field, someone whom you've known in the past. Farewell, but I'm no good at goodbyes. So it's highly likely for some Aries that you want to pull away from a connection, but it is very difficult to do the same. Maybe you need to be practical about the future of this relationship because of this card living in a fool's paradise. These bubbles will burst, so you need to be practical, you need to be pragmatic. You should understand whether this relationship is for keeps. With the Queen of Swords also, you could be someone who is going to be very detached when it comes to your relationship. I think you shouldn't say something untoward. You should welcome love and romance in your relationship. Maybe your partner wants you to be responsive. So instead of saying something unkind, I think you should go with the flow and be romantic. There could be some dark days here with the card Black, which is talking about lack, rebellion, as well as pessimism. So be optimistic, be upbeat about your relationship as well as your work. Even if there are dark days, even if things don't go according to plan, I think it is also giving you a chance to learn something new. Maybe you should avoid the color black this month because it could also affect your morale. I also have the card Fairies. It says Earth Magic. I think you need to believe that your fairies are around you. They are going to weave their magic if you are going to be open to receiving messages from them. I think you need to connect with Mother Earth. You should be more grounded. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and plant life around you and demonstrate. So go outdoors, get your hands in the dirt and do so with love and enthusiasm. Every flower, every tree or every shrub requires you to nurture them, and you should treat them like a dear friend. Be a free spirit. The last card in this reading is the Teacher Appears, which talks about the need for you to learn life lessons. These could be spiritual problems which you need to address because it could help you get rid of those blockages which are there. It could also concern your professional life. I think you need to work on your skill set. You need to become more polished so that no one complains. Maybe some of you could also consider going back to school or enrolling for an educational program if it can help you enhance your skills this July. I hope Aries you liked your reading. This is Tarot with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye till the next time.